Philippines, an archipelago nation with more than 7,600 islands, sits at the heart of one of the most contested maritime regions in the world. At the center of its long-term defense strategy was the acquisition of the F-16 Block 70 Viper, a 4.5 generation multi-role fighter that promised advanced sensors, combat credibility, and seamless interoperability with U.S. forces. For years, this deal represented the crown jewel of Philippine air modernization. Yet despite its overwhelming advantages, the F-16 program has collapsed under the weight of a $5.5 billion price tag, leaving the Philippine Air Force, PAF, scrambling for alternatives. Into this void step the primary contenders: Sweden's JAS-39 Gripen, renowned for affordability, dispersed operations, and cutting-edge avionics; South Korea's F-50 Fighting Eagle, a familiar and cost-effective workhorse already in Philippine service; and the KF-21 Boromai, a next-generation option with semi-stealth capabilities but a higher price and limited availability. European options such as Italy's M346FA trainer attack jet and the high-end Eurofighter Typhoon expand the menu but pose challenges of sustainment costs, while Japan's F-2 is hampered by halted production. Other platforms, the Dassault Rafale, America's F-15EX, or even Pakistan's JF-17 Thunder, bring advanced capability or affordability, but come with political, financial, or logistical hurdles. The final analysis is stark. The Gripen emerges as the most strategically sound long-term choice, affordable, advanced, and suited to archipelagic defense, while the F-50 Block 70 provides the most immediate tactical relief, building on existing infrastructure and training pipelines. The canceled F-16 deal, once the dream solution, forces Manila into a dual-track approach: Gripen for the future, F-50s for the now. For years, the Lockheed Martin F-16 Block 70 Viper stood out as the Philippine Air Force's, PAF, preferred choice in its long-delayed multi-role fighter, MRF program. The reasons were clear. As a 4.5 generation fighter aircraft, the Block 70 variant represented one of the most advanced versions of the legendary F-16 family, incorporating cutting-edge avionics, powerful sensors, and enhanced survivability features. At the heart of its appeal was the AN/APG-83, Active Electronically Scanned Array, AESA radar, which offered unmatched detection and tracking capabilities, while also resisting electronic warfare attempts. For the Philippines, this radar was a leap forward, providing the situational awareness needed to counter both modern fighters and increasingly aggressive incursions by Chinese aircraft over the West Philippine Sea. Equally important was the interoperability factor.
Shaping a bagong Pilipinas where the Philippine Air Force remains a beacon of strength, the protector of the values that we hold dear, and the symbol of hope for our people.
Choosing the F-16 would have guaranteed seamless integration with the United States, the Philippines' oldest and most important defense ally. The Block 70 technical specifications made the case even stronger. Capable of reaching speeds of Mach 2.0+, the aircraft was designed to dominate both in beyond visual range, BVR engagements, and close-quarters dogfights. With an arsenal that could include up to 112 AM-120C-8 AMRAAMs for BVR missions, and 40 AM-9X Block WATMO Sidewinders for short-range combat, the Viper would have given the PF a qualitative edge it had never possessed before. Moreover, its ability to carry precision air-to-ground munitions allowed it to perform interdiction, suppression of enemy defenses, and strike missions in all weather conditions. With a combat radius exceeding 500 miles, 860 kilometers, in an air-to-surface role, it was well suited for defending Philippine airspace and extending reach into contested waters. Yet, despite its overwhelming advantages, the deal fell through. Valued at over $5.5 billion for 20 aircraft, the acquisition proved too costly for the Philippine defense budget, even under the ambitious Horizon 3 modernization phase. While Washington remained open to supporting the purchase, Manila's fiscal realities forced the program into suspension. For now, the F-16 Viper remains the aircraft that might have transformed the PAF into a credible air defense force, but whose price tag placed it just out of reach. The Saab JAS 39 Gripen, Sweden's flagship multi-role, single-engine fighter, stands out as one of the most compelling options for the Philippine Air Force's modernization program. Positioned as both highly advanced and cost-effective, the Gripen has already been adopted by air forces across Europe, Africa, and Asia. Saab has publicly confirmed that it is in active discussions with the Philippines, highlighting Manila's serious consideration of the aircraft. Now, for the Philippines, several features make the Gripen an attractive choice. First, its cost-effectiveness, both in procurement and in long-term operational expenses, offers a practical solution to Manila's fiscal constraints, which have already derailed the F-16 deal. Second, its agility and ability to operate from short and dispersed runways make it perfectly suited to the Philippines' archipelagic geography, where hardened, centralized air bases could easily be targeted in a conflict. This dispersed operational model is a natural advantage for defending a wide maritime domain. Third, the Gripen EF variant comes with cutting-edge avionics, including the Raven ES-05 Active Electronically Scanned Array, AESA, radar, and an Advanced Infrared Search and Track, IRST system, giving it superior situational awareness. Finally, Sweden is known for offering generous technology transfer, training, and support packages, as seen in its deal with Thailand, something the Philippines could leverage to build local expertise and greater self-reliance in defense. From a purely technical standpoint, the Gripen is no slouch. Capable of flying at Mach 2.0 plus with a combat radius of 800 kilometers, it is powered by the General Electric F414G turbofan engine, a reliable and proven system also used in other modern fighter platforms. Its armament options are equally impressive, with compatibility for a full suite of beyond visual range BVR weapons, precision strike munitions, and even long-range cruise missiles. This flexibility ensures the Gripen can handle both air superiority and ground attack missions, making it a true multi-role platform. In essence, the Gripen combines affordability, adaptability, and advanced technology, qualities that align closely with the Philippines' defense needs and budgetary realities. One of the most practical options currently on the table for the Philippine Air Force, PAF, is the KAI FA-50 Fighting Eagle, a light combat aircraft that is already a staple of the fleet. The PAF operates 12 FA-50s today, and in 2025, Manila signed a new $700 million contract to acquire 12 more Block 70 variants, doubling its fleet and demonstrating continued confidence in the platform. Originally derived from the T-50 trainer, the FA-50 has matured into a versatile light fighter and attack aircraft. The latest Block 70 upgrade brings significant enhancements, including an active electronically scanned array, AESA radar, a helmet-mounted display system, and compatibility with advanced Western missiles such as the AIM-9X Sidewinder and the AIM-120 AMRAAM. For the Philippines, the FA-50's strength lies not only in its modernized technology, but in its familiarity. The Air Force already has the infrastructure, training pipelines, and logistic systems in place to sustain the fleet, making it a low-risk and cost-efficient solution for immediate air defense needs. More importantly, it serves as a bridge platform, a credible fighter that strengthens Philippine air defense while preparing the PF for the eventual integration of heavier, more advanced aircraft. Looking further ahead, the KAI KF-21 Borami represents South Korea's ambitious leap into the 4.5 generation fighter category and could be a future option for the Philippines. Developed by Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI in partnership with Indonesia, the KF-21 is a semi-stealth fighter that integrates advanced features such as the AN/APG-83 AISA radar, internal weapons bays and future variants, and a top speed of Mach 1.8. Compared to the FA-50, it offers a longer operational range, greater payload capacity, and superior survivability in high-threat environments. However, the KF-21 also comes with significant challenges for Manila. Its high acquisition cost places it in the same bracket as Western 4.5 generation fighters, and current production is primarily focused on fulfilling the Republic of Korea Air Force's requirements. For the Philippines, the KF-21 is best viewed as a long-term aspirational platform, a potential candidate for Horizon 4 modernization. Or beyond, once the PAF has solidified its transition from light fighters to heavier multi-role combat aircraft. In short, South Korean jets offer the Philippines both a proven workhorse in the FA-50 and a future powerhouse in the KF-21. By leveraging existing systems while keeping an eye on future developments, Manila can ensure it builds air power capacity steadily, balancing budget realities with strategic needs. Italy brings two very different contenders to the table for the Philippine Air Force, PAF, the Leonardo M346 Master and the Eurofighter Typhoon. Each represents a different philosophy of air power, one focused on affordability and training, the other on cutting-edge combat dominance. The Leonardo M346 Master is primarily recognized as one of the world's most advanced lead-in fighter trainers, but its M346FA fighter attack variant extends the platform's potential into light combat roles. Equipped with a modern fly-by-wire flight control system, the M346 provides pilots with realistic simulation of sensors, avionics, and weapon systems, an invaluable capability for training new fighter pilots in a cost-efficient way. The M346FA carries 5 external hardpoints capable of mounting both air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons, allowing it to conduct light strike, reconnaissance, and limited air defense missions. For the Philippines, the M346 would not be a direct substitute for a true multi-role fighter like the F-16 or Gripen, but it could serve as an excellent complement to the FA-50 fleet, offering a versatile platform that boosts training efficiency while filling a secondary light attack role. Its affordability and low operating costs make it appealing for a country managing a tight defense budget, though it lacks the advanced radar range and weaponry of frontline fighters. At the opposite end of the spectrum lies the Eurofighter Typhoon, a twin-engine, 4.5 generation multi-role fighter that has been formally pitched to Manila by Leonardo. Designed as a high-performance air superiority platform, the Typhoon offers supersonic speeds, long-range endurance, and an impressive payload capacity. Its Tranche 5 configuration incorporates the ECRS Mk2 ASA radar, which not only improves detection and tracking, but also introduces electronic attack capabilities, making the aircraft highly versatile in modern electronic warfare environments. Compared to the Gripen or F-16, the Typhoon stands out for its sheer combat power and survivability, capable of carrying a broad mix of precision-guided munitions and excelling in both air-to-air and strike missions. However, this capability comes at a steep price. The Typhoon's premium acquisition cost and high sustainment expenses would be a daunting challenge for the Philippines, whose defense budget has already struggled to accommodate the more modestly priced F-16 deal. While acquiring the Typhoon would instantly catapult the PAF into the league of top-tier air forces, it risks becoming financially unsustainable and politically controversial. In essence, Italy offers the Philippines a spectrum of options. The M346FA is a practical trainer's light attack aircraft that could strengthen pilot training pipelines and supplement existing assets, and the Eurofighter Typhoon as a high-end air dominance fighter that would transform the PAF, but at significant economic cost. The choice would ultimately hinge on Manila's priorities, whether to pursue incremental growth through affordable systems or to leapfrog into a heavyweight capability with all the risks that entails. Japan's Mitsubishi F2 represents one of the most unique fighters in Asia, developed through a close partnership with the United States and based heavily on the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Sometimes referred to as the F-16 on steroids, the F-2 incorporates key modifications that make it highly suited to Japan's defense needs, and by extension, potentially attractive to nations like the Philippines. The F-2 features a larger wing area than the standard F-16, which improves maneuverability, payload capacity, and range. It was also one of the first operational fighters in the world to adopt an ESA radar, giving it advanced detection and tracking capabilities years ahead of many Western counterparts. Its multi-role design makes it highly flexible, but where it truly excels is in its anti-ship warfare role. The aircraft can carry long-range anti-ship missiles, making it a formidable maritime strike platform, an attribute particularly relevant to the Philippines, which faces constant challenges in defending its vast maritime domain in the West Philippine Sea. Despite these strengths, the feasibility of the F-2 as a PAF acquisition is limited. Production of the F-2 ended in 2011, and Japan has shifted its focus toward developing its next-generation fighter, the FX GCAP program, in collaboration with the UK and Italy. The F-2 fleet is also considered critical for Japan's own air defense posture amid rising tensions with China and North Korea, meaning Tokyo is unlikely to release any of its limited inventory for export. Even if surplus aircraft were made available, they would come with high sustainment costs and logistical challenges, as Japan prioritizes its domestic needs. In short, the Mitsubishi F-2 is a highly capable, combat-proven aircraft with particular strengths in anti-ship missions, a role directly aligned with Philippine maritime security requirements. However, practical barriers, ended production, high costs, and Japan's strategic priorities make its acquisition highly improbable. For Manila, the F-2 stands as an intriguing what-if option, a platform that fits the mission profile but is effectively out of reach. Beyond the leading contenders like the Gripen, FA-50, and even the now-suspended F-16 deal, the Philippines has several other theoretical options on the global fighter market. Each comes with its own advantages and drawbacks, particularly when viewed through the prism of cost, capability, and political alignment. One of the most advanced platforms available is the French Dassault Rafale, a twin-engine, multi-role fighter renowned for its sensor fusion, versatility, and combat performance. The Rafale has seen extensive service in operations across the Middle East, North Africa, and beyond, earning a reputation as one of the most capable non-stealth fighters in the world. With advanced avionics, electronic warfare systems, and the ability to perform both air superiority and deep strike missions, the Rafale would undoubtedly give the Philippine Air Force, PAF, world-class capabilities. However, its high acquisition and sustainment costs, comparable to or exceeding those of the Eurofighter Typhoon, make it a financially daunting option for Manila, whose defense budget remains constrained despite modernization ambitions. Another option is the Boeing F-15EX Eagle II, an upgraded variant of the legendary F-15 platform. Marketed as the most powerful fourth-generation plus fighter, the F-15EX carries a massive weapons payload, long-range strike capability, and state-of-the-art avionics. For the Philippines, such an aircraft would provide unmatched reach and firepower in the region, potentially transforming the PAF into a genuine air power. Yet the same challenges apply. The F-15EX is extremely expensive both to acquire and maintain, and its size and logistics requirements may not align well with the Philippines' infrastructure or operational needs. While suitable for wealthy U.S. allies like Saudi Arabia and potentially Indonesia, the F-15EX is arguably beyond the Philippines' fiscal and logistical means. This lightweight, single-engine fighter has been marketed as a budget-friendly option for developing countries and has found buyers in Pakistan, Myanmar, and Nigeria. Its low acquisition cost and the availability of modern Chinese munitions make it an attractive entry-level fighter for air forces on tight budgets. However, for the Philippines, the JF-17 comes with serious drawbacks. Long-term support and reliability are concerns, as Pakistan's own JF-17 fleet has faced technical challenges. More critically, acquiring a fighter with Chinese involvement would be politically problematic for Manila, given its ongoing disputes with Beijing in the West Philippine Sea. The symbolism alone could undermine the Philippines' diplomatic standing and alliance-building efforts with the U.S. and its Indo-Pacific partners.
In essence, while platforms like the Rafale and F-15EX offer cutting-edge capabilities, and the JF-17 presents a low-cost alternative, all three are ill-suited to the Philippines' current realities. The Rafale and F-15EX are prohibitively expensive and risk straining the country's defense budget, while the JF-17's political baggage and reliability concerns render it strategically untenable. For Manila, these other options are best viewed as benchmarks or cautionary tales, reinforcing the need to find a fighter program that balances affordability, capability, and geopolitical alignment. The collapse of the F-16 Block 70 deal has forced the Philippines into a moment of reckoning about its air defense strategy. For decades, the Philippine Air Force, PAF, has struggled with underinvestment and reliance on aging or second-hand aircraft, leaving it at a disadvantage in protecting national airspace and maritime claims in the West Philippine Sea. With the F-16 now out of reach due to budgetary constraints, Manila must carefully balance its defense needs, financial realities, and alliance commitments in charting a new course forward. From a strategic perspective, the Saab JAS-39 Gripen emerges as the most balanced option for the future. Its reputation for cost-effectiveness and low operational expenses makes it a sustainable choice for a country like the Philippines, whose defense modernization depends heavily on predictable budgets. Beyond affordability, the Gripen is designed for agile and dispersed operations, capable of launching from short or improvised runways, which fits seamlessly with the Philippines' archipelagic geography. Equipped with the Raven ES-05 AESA radar, advanced infrared tracking systems, and compatibility with a full suite of beyond visual range (BVR) and precision strike weapons, the Gripen offers a quantum leap in capability. Equally important, Sweden's willingness to include generous technology transfer and training packages would strengthen the PAF's institutional knowledge, allowing it not only to operate, but also to maintain and sustain the aircraft locally. Taken together, these factors position the Gripen as a strategically sound, future-oriented fighter that enhances both national defense and long-term self-reliance. At the same time, the PAF faces urgent, immediate gaps in its air defense that cannot wait for long-term procurement cycles. For immediate tactical needs, the KAI FA-50 Block 70 Fighting Eagle remains the most practical and attainable option. The Philippines already operates a fleet of FA-50s, with the associated training, maintenance, and logistics infrastructure firmly in place. This means that acquiring additional FA-50 Block 70s would not only be seamless, but also cost-effective, avoiding the steep learning curve and integration challenges of a completely new platform. The upgraded Block 70 variant comes with an AESA radar, helmet-mounted displays, and compatibility with advanced missiles like the AIM-120 AMRAAM, making it a significant step up from the earlier models. In the near term, bolstering the FA-50 fleet ensures the PAF has a credible, combat-capable force ready to respond to incidents in the West Philippine Sea, while also serving as a bridge toward eventual adoption of more advanced fighters like the Gripen. The final analysis is clear. While the F-16 Viper would have delivered unmatched interoperability with the United States and a proven combat pedigree, the sheer cost of acquisition and sustainment places it beyond the Philippines' fiscal reach. In this context, a dual-track strategy offers the most sensible path forward. The Gripen represents the best long-term investment, a platform that combines affordability, advanced technology, and operational flexibility tailored to the Philippines' unique geography and security environment. The FA-50 Block 70, meanwhile, provides the essential short-term boost to air combat readiness, ensuring that the PAF can defend national sovereignty today while building toward a stronger, more capable Air Force for tomorrow. If you liked the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for deep analysis of contemporary issues.